just about ready to go. And starting in this one, Edward Cabrera. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand. And because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
And now the first baseman, Spencer Horwitz, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. And that's a little bit high. And the 2025 season is off and running. A little bit low, and the count is 2-0. That one ripped right center field, way back there. And caught on the warning track. Not quite enough behind that one. And here's the opening day lineup for the Pirates. Chris, they went 76 and 86 for the second straight year in 2024. So what can we expect this year?
Well, I'd say there's reason to believe that they're moving in the right direction, Boo. It's been tough sledding for Pittsburgh fans for a while. They haven't had a World Series appearance since they won it all in 1979. Maybe 2025 is the year they change that.
Andrew McCutchen at the plate now. That's ball one. Right through there for a strike. So now 1-2.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
2 strikes.
And that one misses up and in. And it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the second out.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Tommy Pham in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Pham measures 6 feet 2 inches, 225 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Here's Adam Frazier. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And he deals. Popped up. And makes the grab. And that'll do it. Pirates leave 1. And now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here in Miami, and today's starter, Mitch Keller.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
We go to the bottom of the first, and now for the Marlins, Jesus Sanchez looking for his first big league hit right here. Swing at a ground ball, handles, throws to first. 1 gone, bottom half of the first. Here's the opening day lineup for Miami. Chris, they had a frustrating 2024 season.
Well, that's putting it mildly, Boog. 100 losses is no fun at all. They've had only 2 winning seasons since 2010, and the NL East just gets tougher and tougher. But every opening day brings new hope, and we'll see what 2025 has in store for Marlins fans.
Nick Fortes in the box now. No balls and a strike.
If you're not ready for that pitch, you're just going to swing and miss or pop it up, waste the at-bat. If you're going to let it go, you better be ready to swing it.
To third, and it stays fair. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and his first big league hit is a double.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Derek Hill, the next up for the Marlins. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. That's way outside, and that's ball one. One out and a runner at second here on opening day. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Next offering is fouled back. Goes down looking.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Now here is Kyle Stowers. Two outs and one in scoring position. Gets the strike. That was the sweeper.
I got a ball, one strike.
That one in there across the letters.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Man on second, two down. Soft contact in the air. Dunks one in, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with two outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
Back here at Lone Depot Park. Second inning set to go. Here's the Pirates catcher now, Jason DeLay. And that is out of play. Swing and a pop-up. Mervis. He's got it. And a quick out, number one.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
And it's fouled away.
Ball, that's out.
Dave Lawrence assigned to work home plate in this one.
Good umpire, Boog. Very fair, very consistent. Now, I did hear some feedback that he opens up the outside corner a little bit on left-handed hitters, which, you know, for me, I'd be kind of salty. So maybe something to keep an eye on and see if that factors into this one at all.
Second inning here, no score. That misses, and the count's even at two. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
Here's O'Neal Cruz.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Just
Nope, that's a ball.
missed. Next offering is fouled back. Here's a 1-1. Just
Nope,
missed.
outside.
2 out, space is empty.
Aye.
Pitch
Count it,
misses,
3-2.
and now it's 3-2. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back. Say goodbye to that one. He sends it out of here. His first homer of the year, and they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa stands in now and watches strike one. Pulls that one foul. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the second. In the air, left side. Stowers turns to the right on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Cannonball coming. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're dialed into the show. Bottom of the second. And at the plate for Miami, Xavier Edwards. Keller back to work. And the first
Off the
pitch
plate, ball
misses for
one.
ball 1. The shortstop takes the ball.
2-0.
Line drive. And that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you got some real estate to run on. And such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
Keller checks over to first, and he's back. And now, Matt Mervis. Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-1. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Next pitch is outside.
Ball 2.
Edwards gets his lead at first with nobody out. There's a swing and a miss.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base. Trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. That's in there. That's strike 1. fouled off down the right side. Tying run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
And up next for Miami, Connor Norby. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you get a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 3-1. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. And that's a home run into the upper deck. Into the second deck it goes. It's 2-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
So 2 down. Now here's the Marlins DH, Griffin Conine. In there at the knees for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And we're back. Now it's the shortstop, Josh Palacios.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
The 0-2. Now a screamer into the outfield. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Spencer Horwitz.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
On the ground, right side. Oh, great stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
Well, he makes a great decision to go ahead and dive to stop that ball. Nice little flip to the pitcher covering. Those are those PFPs, pitchers fielding plays.
And now it's Andrew McCutchen. Went down on strikes his first time through. Fouled off. He was late. That misses the zone, and 1-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
The pitch to McCutchen. Chases the changeup in the dirt.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
And a ball evens the count. 1 away with a runner at third here on opening day. Fights it off. He'll see another.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Well, this is where the team aspect really comes into play on the offensive side of the game, right? I mean, missed opportunity to tie it up with the runner at third, 1 out, couldn't put the ball in play. So now it's time to pick him up, and that's where good teams, they go to. They operate on this level of next man up. That mentality is what causes them to win series, get into the postseason. And that helps keep the energy and morale high in the dugout.
In plenty of time to first. That ends the frame. So 1 left for Pittsburgh, and our score remains 2-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. First pitch, not close.
That's ball 2. 2-0.
Right through there for a strike. Swings over the top of that one.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. That one to first. And he takes it himself for the out. Here's the catcher to hit. Nick Fortes doubled his first time up. Tap foul at the plate. There's the strike up high, and it's 0-2. And that's outside.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Right side, hard hit. Horowitz takes it to the bag, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. 2 down, bases empty. Derek Hill, the next up for the Marlins. Struck out looking at his first at bat. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. He swings and fouls one off. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Palacios settles under it and makes the catch. And that's the inning. So they go quietly there. 3 innings complete. It's the Marlins 2 and the Pirates 1. Back here in Miami as we go to the top of the 4th. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Adam Frazier. Frazier measures 5 feet 10 inches, 33 years old, and he was a 6th round draft pick back in 2013.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
In there. And so now 1-2.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
And that one almost got him. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Cortez down to first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Well, that's such a critical pitch in terms of execution right there. The pitcher has to finish it. Otherwise, probably gets hit pretty hard. If you leave that out over the plate or you don't get it down enough, quickly turns into something that gets smoked. But if you can place it where he did, it's a really deceptive pitch.
Yeah, the batter now, Jason DeLay. And that's in there for strike 1. Just missed.
1-1.
That's down and in.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
Now all even up. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Now batting Key Brian Hayes. He popped out his first time. Swing and a miss. 98 on the gun.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Ripped into right field, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And now it's going to be O'Neal Cruz. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Tying run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
That one outside. And a count 1-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch. Fouls
it back with 2 strikes. Hayes, the runner at first with 2 gone. Rocketed out towards right center. Hill grabs it on the run. Pirates leave 1, and they trail it here 2-1. Back here at Lone Depot Park, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Kyle Stowers. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1.
You know, these Marlins doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And now, Xavier Edwards. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. That one the other way. Base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Matt Mervis, the next up for the Marlins. Struck out swinging his first time. That's towards center. Cruz sizes this one up, makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with 1 out.
Good read there at second base to move up to third. Now it's a lot easier to get that run in with 1 away.
So up next, Otto Lopez. His first at bat was a strikeout. First pitch misses.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
Runner takes off, swing and a miss, and safe. It's a stolen base. Second and third, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next pitch is outside. Swing and a foul out of play. Two on, 1 out. On its way to the corner, McCutchen running hard to get it. Can't get there. This one lands foul. That one to first, Horowitz. And he handles it himself for the out. And now for the Marlins, Connor Norby. He's already homered in this game.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Fastball for a strike at 95.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Left field, way back there, and out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add on. It's 5-1.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure.
Two outs, nobody on. Griffin Conant digs in now. Off the mark there. And that is ball one. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Two down, nobody on. And a good eye there. Pitch misses. Full count now. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And they'll do it again.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Good job to fight that one off. Outside, and that is ball four. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
So the lineup flips over. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Jesus Sanchez. He's grounded out a couple of times. And ball one to the right fielder. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Konai leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next pitch just misses. And the count now even up.
That was pretty close on the inside, and obviously he's not too happy with the call out there on the mound as he lets the umpire hear it a little bit. This is where you can't let that frustration compound itself, though. You got to let it out and move on.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Pham sizing this one up, makes the catch, and the inning is over. 2-run shot for Miami this inning. It's now 5-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back, ready now for the 5th inning. And now the DH, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Cabrera back to work. And that's a strike.
You know, these Pirates just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. And it beats him for the first out after the drop 3rd strike.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Palacios swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the 2nd time today.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Yeah, they get the out. Spencer Horwitz now at the plate. 0 for 2 in this one.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at-bat.
Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. So the inning's still alive with Andrew McCutchen coming to the dish. Here's Andrew McCutchen to hit. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
The Pirates down by 4 here on opening day. Fought off foul. And the next pitch is way outside. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Paul Skeens.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Now the number 2 hitter, Nick Fortes, 1 for 2. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
You know, these Marlins putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
That missed by a lot. Now 1-2. In the air, right side of the infield. Frazier squeezes it. 1 up, 1 down. Derek Hill, the next up for the Marlins. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. McCutchen pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Two outs, base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Kyle Stowers. He's 2 for 2. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Bullpen action for the Pirates. Peter Strzelecki, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Heaney also throwing. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Now 1-1. Right through there for a strike. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. And that keeps the inning going. Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1. Stowers off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1.
One ball, one strike.
That one pushed to the left and foul. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. 5 innings complete. Marlins 5 and the Pirates 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Tommy Pham. That pitch clips the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Miami's bullpen with some action. Ryan Weathers up and loosening in the pen. Soriano, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And that one is inside, ball 1. Next offering down in the dirt. Ground ball to the right side and foul ball. Up and in, and it's 3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Adam Frazier. That one fouled off. Slides, but he can't come up with it.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So a man aboard. Jason Delay, the next to hit. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Ball 1.
Man at first, one away. And a changeup clips the zone for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. Strikeout number 8. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Edward Cabrera won't go any further, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Cal Quantrill.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Ke'Bryan Hayes will hit next.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
There's the strike. The Fish leading by 4, and we're the top half of the 6th. This one popped up. Norby settles under this one. And he makes the catch. And that is that. Nice work from the Miami pen there. 6, 7, 8 due in the bottom of the 6th. Marlins 5 and the Pirates 1. Bottom of the 6th inning, and at the plate for Miami, Matt Mervis. And a swing and a miss there.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
0-2.
Swing and a ball popped up. Palacios makes the catch, and there's one gone. Otto Lopez digs in now. Lifted in the air, right center field. Cruz on his way over. He makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Norby at the plate now as he chases after that one.
0-1.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Next pitch is outside.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two outs. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Runner at first with 2 away. And here is Griffin Conine. He is struck out, and he is walked. Checks over to first. Back safely. That one at triple digits. Norby off of first with 2 away. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. The run scores all the way from first. It's 6-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Back to the top of the Miami order. Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Ball 1 there. And there's the ball.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Runner at second, 2 down. That one pushed foul. That misses the zone, and it's a full count. Man at second. And ball four to a board.
Just missed his spot on the inside right there.
Nick Fortes, the next up for the Marlins. 1 for 3. Outside. Ball 1. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Just missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Cruz should have this one, and that'll do it. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. We go to the top of the 7th. At the plate for Pittsburgh, O'Neal Cruz. Quantrill, 30 years old now, and he was born in Canada. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. That one finds the corner. Strike 1.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
The other way. Puts it away for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Josh Palacios getting ready to hit.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Cruz over at first with one away. The changeup missing. 1-1.
Oh, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Foul ball. The Marlins leading by 5 here in the top half of inning number 7. A little bit low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2. Ripped to third and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And here's the first baseman, Spencer Horwitz. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And he pumps it a strike.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
Next pitch is outside. And that one fouled off. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
In the air, right field. Sanchez gets under it. Drops into the glove. And that's the third out. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Marlins 6 and the Pirates 1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Andrew Heaney.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So digging in, Derek Hill. 0 for 3 in this one. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, that's really the
0-1's
money
the count.
spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
Activity in Pittsburgh's bullpen. Peter Strzelecki appears to be getting ready, and I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. 1 out, bases empty. And there's a foul ball. Foul ball, still 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Two down, bases empty. Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. And that drops in for a strike. Two down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Called strike right there.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. No throw, and he's out at first.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Man at first, Matt Mervis, the next up for the Marlins. That's in for a strike.
0-1.
Edwards, the runner at first with 2 gone. That one blasted deep to right. That's back there. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. That'll fire up the dugout. His first homer of the year. It's 8-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. He got on plane with that high fastball, and look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
And up next for Miami, Otto Lopez. That misses. Ball one. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Hayes moving under it. And that is that. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. Still a lopsided affair at 8-1 now. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singy, you grew up in the Bay Area. Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
Yeah, I love the A's lineup. I mean, guys like Ricky Henderson, Dave Kingman, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you just go on and on. Tony Armas. Just some tremendous rosters back then. And I loved as a kid getting on the Bart train.
Fair ball. Around first, heading for two. Throws to second. Throw is offline, and he's got a double. Here's Tommy Pham. And first offering is fouled off. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're in the top of the eighth. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
0-2 is the count.
Quattro back to work. That one missed. On the inside corner for called strike three. Adam Frazier now at the plate. In the air to left center. Stowers on the move to the alley. Nabs it. And there are two down. Jason DeLay, the next Pirate to hit.
Counts 1-0.
In the dirt, but kept close. Tag, save.
No.
He's into third on the wild pitch.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
And another ball.
2 balls, no strikes.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Runner from third comes across, and it's an RBI single. It's 8-2. Ke'Bryan Hayes will hit next. That one catches the zone, and that is strike one.
0-1's the count.
On the corner for a strike.
0-2.
That's to third, and that chance handled, and that is the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Marlins 8 and the Pirates 2. Back here in Miami, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now the third baseman, Connor Norby. You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew he was going to be a stud just coming up, making his way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player.
Misses outside, and it's 1-0. And that's in there at the knees. Going to count 1-2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out into left center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Griffin Conine, the next up for the Marlins. And that's outside. And that is ball 1. Right through there for a strike. This one in the dirt. Nobody out. Runner at first.
Count full.
That one hit to right. McCutchen makes the play. 1 down. Jesus Sanchez digs in now. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Throw into third. And the throw's offline, safe at third. And the Pirates manager making his way to the mound now as he will make the move. Andrew Heaney departs, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. New pitcher now, Peter Strzelecki.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Two on with 1 out. Nick Fortes, the next up for the Marlins. 1 for 4 with a double. And a foul ball. Norby on third. Sanchez over at first with 1 away. Two on, 1 out. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Runners at the corners, one away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. The next offering misses, and it's 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Now 2 away.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Hill in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Just missed. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two on, 2 outs. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Weathers.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Cruz, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Jesus Tinoco, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2. Weathers fires. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
2-2 to count.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And that's way high. Ball 3.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Fights it off. He'll see another. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
So a man at first. Stepping in, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. In there for strike 1.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-1.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Stowers makes the grab. And there's 1 down. Josh Palacios, the next Pirate to hit. That one's in there. It's 0-1. The Pirates with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the ninth. Late swing, foul to the left. Gets under it and pops it up. Edwards. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Last chance now for the Pirates. Up next for the Pirates, Spencer Horwitz. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
The Pirates down to their final strike. This to center field. And what a play! Ball game.
What an exciting finish to this game. An amazing play right there. It's hard for the fans to go home. They want more. They're not ready to leave and head to their cars, but an outstanding job to keep entertaining all the way to the end.
8-2 the final here. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
you.